good evening. This is Khadija Kashifi. First of all, I'm gonna thankful for Miss Sahila that she organized our tonight program, and we are glad to have all you here. First of all, I'm gonna introduce myself a little bit. My name is
Okay.
Khadija Kashifi, and I have been working with financial education about like 1 year, and now I can hand our tonight program to one of our wonderful colleague, Dr. Arash Sahebe. He can host our tonight meeting. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Mm. For some of them, we can say good evening. For most of them, we can say it get like almost it's night going. This is Dr. Arash Sahibi. Actually, I'm not a medical doctor, by the way. I did my MBA in finance, and then after that, I did my PhD doctorate in philosophy. And since last 13 years, I'm working in financial industries with Department of Defense, Department of State Project, USAID, and World Bank, Asian banks. But now, currently, we have one program which is called National Financial Literacy Program, and we are going to give you a little information, a presentation about the 401ks and also about the type of, like, for example, retirement totally in the United States. And then these sessions will be totally like in an hour, maybe in the 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, we will have a presentations, how exactly the retirements will goes to in United States. And then after that, we will open the floors for questions, and then we will answer your question, and then we will discuss more for that area as well. First of all, I want to thank collaborations with the HSCA. I highly appreciated the House of Art and Cultures. They give us this opportunity to explain and present these presentations to you guys. For more information, I just want to add a little about our company, Sahibi Financial Services. Since last 13 years working on financial industries, especially on investments, we able in the last years to help the families to able to contribute or invest around $110 million plus, and then we able to file like more than 500 policies. And main case was educating the families that we able to do more than 1,000 10,000 like family educated on financials and create the jobs as well. We have our partners with us that we work with them. But on overall, if I can come a little about the process of this educations, mainly on daily basis, we hear a lot of informations from people which they are unlicensed people. They give us a financial advisors, but they are not licensed people. That's why these financial educations come up in order to educate you, empower you to become your own money manager. This is the main concept of these financial educations. That's why we say control your finance, control your futures. But for more information, I just want to add this presentation should not be interpreted on accounting, investment, any legal or tax advices. This is just a workshop educational purposes, and they will help you to have a better financial literacy. And then after that you can decide exactly what to do. Then we have another partnership as I mentioned, we have another campaign which is by 2030 we are going to educate 30 million people, and this is our commitment, and we are sure that we will hit this once. But we are trying to educate 30 million people or 30 million families by 2030. And also some of you, if you want, you can join this campaign with us to educate the family and the industries. But in this portions, I want to add a little more about financial foundation, how the financial foundation should be. The financial foundation, it's like building a house. You need to build it from the ground. It means when you have a strong financial foundations, you need to have a proper protections. And then after a proper protection, then you need to have debt management. The debt management is the second option, the best on that one as well. And then on the third one will be emergency funds. And on top of that, the investments will come up. But in all industries, the old finance industries, they started from finance. But nowadays, no, you need to build it from the ground up. It means that is the first three pillars, you need to fulfill it. And then after that will become on investments. That's why we say growing your wealth money, making money. But in fulfilling our long-term goals, you will learn mainly about the pension, IRA, annuities, 401k, and many more options. Then on the top of that, you will learn the rollover options. Maybe you have some retirements in the IRAs, or maybe you have some retirements on 401k that it needs to be rollover in another better positions, that they have a better growth and have a tax advantage and so far. You will learn that one as well. And then at the end, you will learn much more understanding the tax impact, because when you are saving, starting for your retirement, you need to know that how taxes will work here, because we have an Uncle Sam, and we need to contribute taxes as well. That's why you will learn these three main factors from this today's presentations. But the biggest long-term goal for us is the retirement. Retirement is the biggest ones, especially sometimes we have a lot of question in our minds that, okay, do we want to assume all the responsibilities? How much we want to contribute? Sometimes we say, okay, where should we contribute this much? Or is it like if I save $50 a month, is it will be enough for that one? Where should I do that one? Sometimes before even we have, like, for example, any plan or strategies, these are the questions. It means that if still you don't have any opportunity, any like strategy from this retirement planning, still you will maybe have these questions as well. Or if you have already the plan, still maybe some question come in your mind that, okay, does it have a good enough for my retirement? Does it have a enough growth until I become retired? Then this will be solved in this workshop as well. And in another one, we said retirement ready. It means that is if we think that if it's emergency fund full, then we have paid all the debts, then all college paid for the student or kids growing independent, then am I ready for retire? Even sometimes no need to wait until that time. So you can start contributing. You can start make the strategizing the plan from even parallel to these like responsibilities that you have. But on overall basis, when you're looking for the retirements, it is like a three-legged stool, you know. The one of them maybe is about the social security taxes when we paying that one. The second will be a pension, company pensions, and then personal saving as well. It means that is you need to be work with all three of them. Now you can see which ones is like that you have currently, and then if most of the times is going to the personal saving as well. But we will go one by one, and then you will get a little more information about it, and then you will make better decisions about that. If we discuss a little about Social Security, since 1935, the federal government has offered the main retirements, which is the Social Securities. And then from that time up on, we says like if you get the full retirements, it is somehow like it's 66. When you become a 66, you will get 100% retirements from that ones. But if you by chance started earlier, then the percentage will be less than that one as well. But sometimes, if you get the full retirements, even the government knows that it will not fulfill your retirements. And you need to have a second plan B or second options for that one as well. But will it be enough? First of all, there is a site you can have these sites that which is from Social Security. You can calculate that one, how much you need for your retirement and how much you contributed already. But on the top of them, unfortunately, the Social Security taxes that you are going paying, it's not designed the way to fulfill your retirement needs. Then you need to think about the another two stalls which I mentioned it before. When you want to retirement goals, you have the retirement goals, then the Social Security is not enough for that one. Then
Mr. Arash, I have a question, sorry.
okay, okay,
Excuse me, he needs to finish, then we can ask questions.
yeah, let me
Okay?
finish it, then we can come up on all
All
the.
right. Go ahead, doctor.
You're welcome. Then once we explaining about the company pension is also one of the parts from that they can help you for your retirements. But mainly nowadays, most of the companies they are get rid of this pensions because it's paid by employer and it's very expensive. That's why the companies it's very costly for employer. Employer is like dramatically they reduce the pensions and even they will be, like try to remove it. on overall. That's why the responsibility will shift, come back to you. It means that the major portions will be from your personal saving as well. But this major portions is obviously, sometimes we have some contributions, like from the personal saving, the contribution from the companies, and from our side as well. It will be in the both sides that will be covered, that one. And that's why now we will come up about to understand about mutual fund, about the defining contributions like a 401k, 403b, 457, TSB, and then IRA, the kind of IRA, annuity, and many more. But all these will be under the personal saving. It means that in somehow some of them is contributing by yourself, like as an employee, and some of them is by employer as well. But this is the third ones, that like it means that the major one even sometimes, because as I mentioned, it's like if you just think about the social security, I'm sure that it will be not go more than like 800 to thousand or thousands, maximum the thousands, $1,000. I'm sure that at the retirement that will be not fulfilled your retirement completely. Then that's why this personal saving will come up. But anyhow, if I explain a little about the 401k, is the 401k is the pre-tax paychecks deduction that you are somehow you and your employer are going to contribute. In some places, the employer even not contribute in that ones, and you do by yourself. But still, if it is goes like poor in the markets, there is chance you lose the money there as well. On 2018, most of the people even they lost their 401k because of the crisis in the market. But you need to take care that where you are going to contribute and how much match the companies are going to match, the employer is going to match with you. The main benefit from 401k is that when your employer contributing in that one, this is the main benefit out of them. Otherwise, I would not recommend that anyhow that ones. But why it's called 401k? Because it goes grow up to 401,000. That's why they call it 401k. It was before 401j, but now they call it 401k. But in the same cases, we have another type, like it's called 403. 403 is also same like 401k, but it is through, like, for example, available through the tax exempt organizations like a school, hospital, religious organization, something like that. The name is changed, but it's the same thing. And then we have 457, which is also available for the local public employees or some nonprofit organizations. Then we have TSB, which is for federal employees or civil service and like states employees or something like that in the United States. But all three of them is the same 401k. They are same contribution, same things will happen from that one as well. This is all about the 401k. Then when we jump to the IRA, we have another one called Individual Retirement Agreement, which is simply tax-deferred retirement saving tools. When we talk about the IRA, it is also same like 401k, but there is a little differences between, because from IRA you are going to contribute by yourself, and then you will let them to keep the money until you are 59 by half. But we have many types from that one as well. Once we have traditional IRA, then we have Roth IRA, and then SIP IRA, SEP, and then simple IRA. I will explain a little about this one as well. And I'm sure most of you maybe have from 401k, then we have contribution from IRA, then annuities. Some of you maybe have one of them. Some of you maybe doesn't have any of them. But it means that this you just learn about it, how it's work, and then obviously we will help you to have better understanding about them and better choices from that one as well. But if I can explain a little about differences between traditional and Roth IRA, for the traditional and Roth IRA, in the traditional IRA, we contribute pre-tax dollar. It means that before the tax deducted from our paycheck, we are going to contribute to that one as well. But when we are coming in the Roth IRA, it is after tax dollars. It means that is when we paid the taxes to the government, and then the money came to our checking or say like account, then we contributed from that one. That's called Roth IRA. It means Roth IRA is after tax, traditional IRA is before tax, your pre-tax. Then they have a contribution limit as well. Like last year, it was like 7,500. You can contribute only 7,500 a year. not more than that. This is the limits you have on each year to contribute. And then we have like a tax deduction contributions. For the traditionals, we have tax deduction as well. But for the road, there's no tax deduction because it's after tax. Then, like we have pre-minimum distributions. Yes, for the traditionals, it is like by age 72. When you become 72, you need to withdraw all the monies. And then if it is road, then there's no any minimum ages for that one. Then on the earning also, when it's growth, they have a growth. But on traditional, you need to pay taxes when you are withdraw the money. But on the road, there's no taxes unless if you withdraw earlier, then there's a penalties on that ones. You cannot withdraw earlier. It means before 59.5. This is the differences, the main differences out there between these two, the tax deferred and tax advantages. But if I give you a little about the SEP IRA or simple IRA, these are about small businesses. When you have a small business or you are self-employed, then you can go ahead with that one as well. Like simplified employee pension is used for small business owners that they can have provide the retirement benefit for themselves and their employees. And then when we come with the simple IRA is the saving incentive match for employer. It's also for the companies who are less than 100 employees that they can have the simple IRA. These are the main differences between these two. But when we come to the distribution, this is the major part of the 401k. Like suppose for the 401k or these retirements, which we mentioned, is you cannot withdraw the money before 59.5. You can do that, but the IRS will put a penalty, 10% penalty from your withdrawal if you withdraw the money before your 59.5 age. Then the second, you need to withdraw all the money before 72. See, there is just only 12 years and a half. But we said in the United States, the research shows by 2060, people are living longer. People are living at age 85. Okay, if it is 85 on average basis, then if you are going to retire in 65 to 85, it's at least there is 20 years. You need to manage your money at least for the 20 years, not for 12 years. That's why if you have a 401k currently and you do not withhold or withdraw all the money before 72, the IRS will put another 50% penalties on you. Then if I give you an example, then you can see that most of the money will gone if you didn't manage it well. This is the things that they design it. But in overall, you just have a control your money for 12 years and a half. But if you live longer, what will happen then? Then the scenario will start, okay? But as an example, if suppose you have a $20,000 in your 401k, and then your tax bracket is like 30%, and you're paying from this 401k. Suppose I'm just giving you three examples from this ones, you will understand a little better about the taxes, penalties, and the net amount you will receive. Suppose you're at the age 50 now, and you want to withdraw this 20,000 from your 401k. If you're 50, it is before 59 and a half. Then the IRS will put 10% penalties because you are before 59 half and you want to withdraw 20,000. 2,000 will goes to the penalty. Then as you have a tax bracket 30%, you need to pay 30% tax from that one. Then 6,000 will goes to the taxes. And then you will receive only 12,000 at the age 50. But if you're like 60, because like there's no any penalties now because it's over 59 by half, but still you need to pay taxes. The 30% will be goes to taxes and you will access to 14,000. But if by chance or by any conditions you will go up on 75, then first of all, the 50% RMD penalties will come in this ones, which will be 10,000. And then because it's more than 72, you waited. Then you have to pay the taxes 6,000 also. Then you will receive only 4,000 from 20,000 of your 401k. That's why I'm saying for 401k, only the contribution from the employer is the best options that they contribute for you. Second, there's no any much growth on them as well. But this is the scenario. You need to manage it. You need to schedule, structure it in the way that they can help you in further futures for that one as well. Sounds good. And then you can later on when you understand about it, then there is another option called rollover. maybe you have an old 401k from your previous jobs. You can roll over that one in a better positions, in a place that they have a good growth, and you can have a little longer that they have more growth on that one as well. There is opportunities that you can roll over that one as well. But how the rollover will happen? You can roll over from 401k to IRA. You can roll over the 401k to the annuity, or same the other platforms that they have a good growth, and they have like, for examples, more longer times that you want to withdraw the money, and you can like have a large times to explain that one. In the another one, if we can come up on the rollover charts, for the rollover charts, there is like options that you can roll over. Like for examples, from Roth IRA, you can roll over to the Roth IRA. But from Roth IRA, you cannot roll over to the traditional IRA because it's a pre-tax and after-tax issues. That's why. And then same like this is just the charts I explain. I put it here. Then you can learn it much more, that how this like rollover will happen. For some of them you can roll over, for some with tax, pre-tax and after tax you cannot roll over that one as well. But overall, if you want to roll over, you need to understand which options you need to roll over and which one have a better opportunity for you to have a rollover for that one as well. Sounds good? Then we have here one questions. You can answer the question as well, like which defined contribution plan employees is for public school, university, hospitals, or some tax exempt organizations. Which one of this will be for that cases? Like, is it 401k or 403 B or 457? You can answer that one as well, even in the chat, or you can open the mic. Which one of these like plan is for tax exempted organizations like public schools? B, B. Okay, let's see. Exactly, the B is the answers. And then can an employee make contribution to SEP or sample IRA? There's a two questions from that one. I hope the ones who are not muted, please mute their mics if you're not talking. In that cases, for SEP, no, but for sample IRA, yes, they can do that. Can you roll over traditional IRA to Roth IRA? Yes, you can roll over traditional IRA to the Roth IRA. Can you roll over SIP IRA to the sample IRA? Exactly, no, because the one is like, for example, individual and the other is the business samples. Anyhow, just keep in your mind, when you do roll over, consider it should be continued tax deferred. Then it will be increase your investment options. This is the second one. The third one, potentially lower fees and costs, because all these have their own cost. If you have 401k IRA, they have their own fees and cost as well. And then the third one, better communications. These then simplifications. These are the main things that when you are doing the rollover, you need to consider that one before to do rollover from one like policy to the another one as well. Then you need to understand a little about annuities. We have one another options, which is annuities, because when people are living longer, then there is a greater needs long-term solutions. You cannot relay only for 12 and a half years. You need to think a little more on that ones. That's why the annuities come up. Like the annuity is an insurance product, and they help the others the risk of outliving. It means that's when, while the life insurance is help to protect against the premature dates, the annuity can help you against living long. Because that's why we say sometimes we have lifetime income from the annuities. You can have an annuity and then you can have a lifetime income from that one as well. And then on the top of them, you can give a lump sum amount and principal contribute, because in the IRA you cannot contribute more than 7,500. That's why the annuity will be another option for that one as well. Or like for example, so you can determine a monthly check for yourself that, okay, I need this much amounts on monthly basis. That's why I'm contributing this amount for annuity to have this certain amounts on monthly basis. This is one of them. But then when you come back in the type of the annuity, there is a three type of annuities we have. One is the fix. This is just give you a fixed guarantees rate of return. And then there is a second one, which is called index annuity. On the index, there will be invest the returns on the S&P 500. Then on the third portions, we have variable annuities. But the variable is depends on the investment choice, where you are investing, where you selecting where your money should be invest there. So, this is the three main categories out there. But on the top of them, the annuity have an options of income rider. They have an income riders. You can what the income rider means, you can choose lifetime income from them. You can put a certain amount and then you say, okay, I need like this much amounts each month until I'm alive. And then on the top of them, you can also work with IUL. Now, from so far, I explained it about the, like, for example, 401k and the IRA, but now I will give you a little more information about the IUL, which is the Index Universal Life. And this is also under the life insurance policies, but you can have cash value from there as well. And then the company will invest that once under S&P 500 as well. And then you can withdraw and amount from them as well. Either you can withdraw or you can loan from the policy as well. Like suppose if I give you an example of IUL for a lady which is 30 years old, non-smoker, they contribute 500 a month, 6,000 a year. Like if I give you, like, for example, the next 20 years, they contributed almost around $120,000. But if they have a rate of returns, like for example, 7.5, at least they can access their money will grow 165,000. And also they have a debt benefit of 665,000. Now, suppose if it goes to age 65, when she becomes 65, their all contribution will be $210,000, but their growth will be half a million, even more than a half a million, $517,000. And then on the another hand, they have $1.1 million in their death benefits. If something happened to them, they will receive, their families or beneficiaries will receive 1.1 million. But the good thing is in the IUL Index Universal Life, they have some riders long-term care. If something happened to them for the skilled nursings, the care on them, they can use that one as well. It means that the long-term care, they pay them 2% from $1.1 million until they finish all these ones. But anyhow, their money will grow still, like from $210,000 to $517,000. This is another options they can withdraw or they can borrow from that one as well. But by the way, the main thing is about the taxes. Like if you like, for example, make money, they will tax you. If you even spend money, still they will tax you. Even if you save money, they will tax you. The worst case is if you die, still they will tax you. That's why like the nothing can be said can be certain except the date and the taxes. This is Benjamin Franklin, which is mentioned in that one. But you need to understand about the taxes that, okay, if I am spending now, contributing money, then after a passage of the times, I should see the wealth, how much wealth I could contribute in that one as well. That's why in United States, 50% people since 1958 till 2021, their wealth doesn't have any growth. They are in the bottom line. Why? Because they doesn't have any information about tax and inflation. Now you can understand a little more about taxes, where you need to put your money. We have three type of taxes. One is tax now, which is the largest amount of tax, which is called checking account, saving, or CDs, mutual fund, ETFs, stocks, or something like that. Then we have tax later. There's the 401k, 403b, IRA, which I mentioned it, annuity, pension, they are taxed later. Then on the top of them, we have tax advantage as well, which as much as growth they have, there is no tax on them, which is the Roth IRA, which I explained it to you, municipal bonds, life insurance policies, which IUL mentioned it to you, health saving accounts, long-term care benefits. These are in under the tax advantages. Now you need to decide that where you want to put your money, and then in the long run, after like you become retired at this 59 point half 60 65, then you need to access, because if you do not choose proper, then I'm sure that still if you have 401k somehow 35% will come taxes to you. The tax bracket will be, even if you are very happy, you will receive a 35% tax bracket. Even it goes to the 40 as well, because when you get the retire, the responsibility is very less and your tax bracket will be higher. That's why you need to see where on which place you need to put your money, that's they have a better even growth and then tax advantage as well. But by the way, if I can give you in just an example for like, for example, the building wealth, you can understand the 401k options. You can see the contribution tax deductions, yes, and limits apply. And then the same like required minimum distribution, the growth, upon the withdrawal, who can own this, and then accessibility and contribution limit. Then this is the like one of them is 401k. Then the second one, annuity, then the Roth IRA, and then the fourth one is IUL, or life insurance with cash value. Now you can compare which one is best options. Or suppose if you had a $1 million, where you want to put your money. From that portions, you can understand, okay, either 401k, annuities, Roth IRA, or life insurance with cash value. But do not mix, like we have some life insurance which you receive from your company, they are not with cash value, they are temporary. It means that is they just only give you a life insurance like a 50,000 or 100,000, they doesn't have any cash value with them. That is like we call term. You cannot rely on that one. So it's just you when you die, you will receive, your family will receive something from them. But this one is something else. This one is like you can contribute money and then you can withdraw from that one as well, when you are living longer. But anyhow, this is the main category from 401k. Even we mentioned it about 401k IUL, but there is two another things, which is annuity and Roth IRA. We want to give you a clear picture about your retirements and where you want to start saving from that one as well. But anyhow, on the salary sides, if I can tell you the pensions, 401k, Social Security, IRA, this was the things we discussed it. I hope I didn't go too fast from that one as well, but I just want to put a little more time for your questions, to get your questions and answer that one as well. That's why we give you picture from that one. Now, if you have any questions, most welcome. We will happy to help you. We have our professional teams. They have a licensed from different states. They're also able to help you. Most welcome. Yeah, the first one, Mr. Nodder. Go ahead. You're mute.
You are mute,
Yes.
Said Nader.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for all the information. First question. SEP IRA, is there is a limit on the contribution?
Yeah, for the IRA also you have a limit to contribution. It's like somehow 7,500 in the last year. You cannot contribute more than 7,500 in IRA.
Okay, second question is tax now. You put on the list checking account and saving account. If I'm already paying taxes on it, why would I be paying taxes on it again?
Okay, perfect. The amount which is transferred to your account, it is like already tax deducted, but the growth will have taxes. Like for
Okay.
example, you are contributing in a bank, they give you 3%, 3.5, or even if you have in saving account maximum, they give you 5%. These 5% have the large amount of taxes on them.
Yes, that's an interest. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions? I think we have some question in the chat as well. I'm trying my best to read that one, but if you have any questions, you can open the mic. I will happy to answer that one.
Okay.
Okay, one of our team says, I don't.
Can we, Sir Arash, can we have this presentation? Like, means, could you
My
please
team,
share this
my
presentation with us?
we have one book called Saving Your Future, which is covered this presentations like lectures and the other workshop as well. The Ms. Kashifi will send it to you. We will send over to Ms. Suhaila and she will send it to you as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone called, what is SFS? SFS is my company name, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I ask it. So, and also, Mr.
Okay, no
Arash, I
problem.
have a question, and can we jump through the Roth IRA
Okay.
slide? Can we go?
There you go. You can ask your question. This is traditional and Roth IRA.
Yes. Here, like I have a question for the next chapter. Next slide, please.
Okay.
And traditional and Roth IRA, like contribution limit, like it's only for traditional, like means we can like put our money yearly or monthly, like 6,000 or 7,000. It's fixed amount, or we can like increase or decrease the amount.
You cannot increase, but you can decrease. But the limit is like for the last year 7,500. You can put less than 7,500 even, but you cannot increase the 7,500. But the way of contribution, you can do monthly, you can do annually, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because at the next slide, like you they mentioned it that if you are in the age of 82, and I don't know what was the next slide, like if you are in age of 82, like
That's the question.
still the taxes like increase. So
This one?
this is which reason?
You mean this one?
Yes, the penalty. I
Okay.
mean penalty.
Penalty is here. It's for the like when you have a 401k, then there is a three options. The IRS tell you that you cannot withdraw the money before 59 and a half.
Yeah, I got
If you do withdraw, then you need to pay 10% penalty.
penalty, yeah.
And after 59 and a half, you need to withdraw before 72 because government want taxes from that one. That's why you need to withdraw.
Okay, because
Possible.
of 70. Okay, because
Exactly. If
okay.
goes after 70, then you need to pay additional 50% like penalties on that one as well. That's why if you have old 401k, try to do not keep it. Just roll over to the annuity, roll over to another. If you don't have any, then let's meet to the professionals and then they can help you to give you some idea where to put your money. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Nader, you're muted.
Yes, I apologize.
Okay.
RIA and Roth IRA, could I open accounts to my young kids?
Okay. You want to open account for your young kids, am I right?
Yes. Yes.
That's the very, very good. Because it is all about compounding. If you started from earlier, that is very good options. And then at the age when they become, like, for example, in universities, college, if they need it, they can spend it on their education. If not, then they can spend it like for purchasing a house, car, or later on, they can have that one for a long run for their retirement as well. And this is very good options. But the good thing is let me come back here. We First of all, you can all like connect with our teams. They can give you good idea about how to, like, for example, from where to start, how to handle this, like especially your retirement plan. But after this ones, we also have a survey. In this survey, currently we're working with the IRC, and we have one because they support that individuals. We have one promotions that we can give one-on-one financial advisories. If any of you looking for to have a better understanding about your like retirements, or like for examples like kids to have, you can first of all open this your mobiles. You can give us feedback, and there you can also appoint it at time. Then we can definitely, our team will help you with that information to educate you where is the best option for you. But your feedback will be matters if you can give us feedbacks, because we have a bunch of other training as well, and then we can educate you on that one as well, because one of them is about your children educations, how much is the cost, how much you need to contribute, how much you save even for the retirement as well. That's why please open your mobile and just give us like a feedback, and then we can see
So,
that's
Arish,
really
I have two questions for you.
okay.
So, the first one, I work with an organization that we already have traditional 401k. If I need to go with you with like to get your support with the 401k Roth, how you can help? Is there's like specific portal that you can provide? Is a special contribution that I need to add and work with you directly? The second thing, you mentioned something about the education, which is your suggestion with to compare 529 with 401k Ruth. Should we go with like what is the advantage, disadvantage for both of them?
Okay. When you are going with the 401k, it is tax deferred. It means when you access the monies, they will put you at 35% or 40% taxes on them. But when you are going with the like even 5 to 9 or even the like IUL with the cash value, this is tax advantage. It means the growths they have when you access to the money, there is no taxes on them. One of the thing is this one. And the second mainly for the 401k, you do not have much growth. When we are saving for our future, even it's retirement, our children, we need to take care of four factors on them. The first, growth. How much growth they have? How is the growth for this when I'm contributing on that one? The second is safety. It should be a safety because if you see 2018, all the 401k crashes. No one's had in 2008, excuse me, no one's had their 401ks. Then on the top of them, we need to see how much tax advantage I can have from that one as well. Means these are, and then last one, protection. How much protection I have? If you consider these four factors, because you are going to for a long run saving, contributing, then that will be best option for that one as well. Now, if we compare like 401k, 401k doesn't have any growths well. First, the second thing is it's have safety still. If after 2008, if nothing happened again, then on the top of them, there's no any protection on them as well. And then there's no tax advantage. You have to pay taxes. It's tax deferred, tax later. If these things happen, 401k is only good when the company is contributing. That's all. And based on your first question, if you have currently job and you have 401k from that one, you cannot touch that money. You cannot roll over to any other account. But if you have old 401k, like suppose last year, last 2 years, you are working for some other organizations which you are not currently working with them, then you can roll over that ones to the another options. And I prefer mostly, it sometimes depends, what exactly you want after your retirements. From that ways, I can give you a better solution because, different people have different idea for their retirements. And then we need to see that how much exactly you need for the retirements. Are this 401k is fulfilling? If it's fulfilling your retirement, then we say there's no need any contribution for that one. But if it is not, then we will recommend you to contribute a little more for your retirement. I hope I can give you both
Mr.
questions.
Arash, I have another question, sorry.
You can-
So based on your suggestion to us, like I just wanna ask one question. What is your base recommendation regarding the, saving money or put our money? Like, is it like buying an annuity or insurance or saving account?
Okay.
Which one is the best?
Sometime it is depends. When you are going to the annuity start from $25,000. Any organizations which they provide annuities, they are not going. There's very less chance they go under the $25,000. Okay, now someone doesn't have $25,000 at the beginning. Then what
Yeah.
they should do? Then there is a second options. They can start from less amount. IUL is starting from less amount. Then this is a best options for that one as well. If you have a 401k large amount, I would recommend you go with the annuity rollover and then choose even lifetime income from that one or even a certain amount, fixed amounts. Like for example, if I'm giving you an example, last month I helped one of our clients. They had like $100,000 in their 401k. We roll over that ones to the annuity. But he was like, for example, at 44, age 44. By 12% growth, when we calculated the hypothesis at the age 65, 66, the 100,000 will goes up to $750,000. This is
Yeah.
the roads that they have there, but everyone doesn't have 100,000, $50,000 in their, like for example, account or in their IU 401k. If it is less, then we will recommend, but it's based on individual. It's like a 101 meetings. Then we can understand, okay, what exactly you needs. Then we can give you advices based on your needs.
Yeah. Mr. Arash, I don't think so. This question is related to you, but still I wanna I need your advice. So for the last year that I had a job, I had a 401k. So when I left that job and I joined for another job, so I don't know how to roll over my 401k.
Okay, there's two ways. First of all, if it is less amounts, you can move it back in the same 401k, which is you have currently in your.
No, so for currently I don't have 401k. We
Okay,
have just life insurance and health insurance.
okay.
Yeah.
You cannot roll over that ones to the life insurance, by the way, but you can, like, for example,
Can we withdraw?
you can withdraw, but you have to pay like taxes and then 10% penalties. If you are,
Oh,
I'm sure that you're not more than 55 perhaps.
yeah, no, I don't have trust like to pay saving money like for 1AK. Like if I just suggest to myself if we can like take or withdraw our money before that either like it have a penalty.
If you have withdraw early ages, yes, 10% penalty and your tax as well. If you are
Yeah.
single, then there's a large amount of tax even as well. Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Nader, go ahead.
Okay, I got three different 401k, different companies, large amount. Do you think it's a great idea or a good idea to put them all in one?
Yeah, why not? Because if you are putting them in a one, then the growth will be much more. Now, when you are contributing that much, like sure, you can see how much is the like average basis they're like, for example, growths. And I'm sure that's this you from the annuity, there's very less growths they have. You can check online, you can check the how is the growths out there. But if you have that large amounts, bring them together and connect them on the annuities. Or you can put it in the three different annuities as well. But definitely, I would recommend for you the annuities.
Okay, I have a comment for Nahid, I believe, since she left the job. She still could contribute to the 401k in her old company, correct?
Okay, for the old companies, she cannot contribute anymore because that's closed. When you are in the old companies, like for example, if you want to keep that one, if you want to keep that ones, because when you are in the new companies, they have their own 401ks, and then you cannot mix that one here. But mostly, when I'm saying when you want to contribute individually, it is not worth it. It is just only good that the company contribute for you. The best portion of 401k is when your employer contribute. Otherwise, just go for the annuity, the IUL, other products. That's the best options from that one. We just contribute because there's something compulsory. Some company says, if you contribute 3%, then I will contribute 3% for you. That's why we go ahead with the 401k.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Oh, mute. I'm just reading if there's. By the way, our team also shared the link. You can also click the link, give us the feedback. We will, first of all, if you need 101 meetings, we can schedule that 101 meeting with you. And based on your situations, we will give you solutions. If it is 401k, IUL, or anything like that, you can scan this like barcode or click the links, then give us feedback, and then we can arrange another like workshops for you guys as well. But if you have any other question, most welcome. Otherwise, this was all the things that we had. I will be very happy to thank from Ms. Suhaila and all of you to join. And I'm sure that from this ways we can start sharing, contributing knowledge between each others, and we will learn from them. I'm sure we will learn a lot from that.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Dr.
much.
Arash and Khadija, for all this information. If any question? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Suhaila.
Mr. Arash. It was effective presentation. I am 100% sure that this presentation make our future bright, and we can continue to earn our business and build our business and our capacity. It was so effective. Thank you, and I just request if we have more workshop or presentation like this, it will be more effective for us. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect. If
Thank
the
you for all.
feedback goes well, we will
Copy.
definitely we will contact.
For sure, we will send our feedback.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
want to thank you, Dr. Arash, for your time and for your energy that you give us.
You're
So
welcome.
tonight it was the first session that we have specifically specific topic that you discussed about the 401k and IUL, the difference. We could understand the difference. So now it's easy a little for us to decide which one we want and what should we do next. Thank you for your time. And thank you for everyone.
Thank you for attending and appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Arash.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a warm night. Bye bye now.
Have a good
Thank
night.
Thank you
you.
so much.